Vita Sauna Video Installation Manual. Inspect all components for completeness and damage. Place the sauna base in the desired location on a solid, level surface. Make certain that the sauna base is level with a grooved slot section toward the front of the sauna. Note that the top of the base's perimeter pieces are stamped with a reference number. Starting with the back corner panel, position a numbered wall panel over its corresponding numbered location on the floor base. Carefully lower its perpendicular side wall panel to the base, starting at an angle and sliding it into place. Make sure the wall panels are flush at the top and seated into place at the bottom. Make flush the entire length of the corner pieces and screw into place using pre-drilled holes. Continue placing additional panels, being careful not to damage the tongue and groove pieces of the panels. Carefully lower panels into place and ensure that the length of the tongue is seated firmly and evenly into the groove. Make sure that all wall panel bottoms are even with the corners of the sauna base. Place the next sidewall panel into position. A rubberized hammer or mallet may be used to move the panels into their proper position. Secure the remaining back corner panels together using the pre-drilled holes and screws provided. Position the half wall or knee wall over its matching numbered base section and slide securely into place. Joint must be tight with window grooves aligned. Fold back foil vapor barrier to expose pre-drilled wall panel attachment holes. Screw panels together using hardware provided. Position remaining sidewall panel into place. All flush and square. Route the wire from the back corner panel into one of the openings in the bottom of the electrical cable housing. Insert the connector into any one of the ports of the multi-port hub. Connect the wire for the ceiling gimbal spotlight into an available port on the hub. Attach one end of the separate 4-foot cable provided into any other available port on the hub. This wire will control the low voltage underbench LED lighting system. The separate black cable provided is to take power from the heater to the transformer for lighting. Connect this wire to its counterpart that is coming from the transformer. Secure the cable housing cover with the screws provided. Route the plug and power cable through the opening in the bottom of the back wall panel and the wire guide loops. Leave access to approximately 2 feet of wire end after the last wall-mounted wire guide loop. Attach incoming power cable opening cover using screws provided. Attach the half-wall access board using a brad or finish nail gun and 1.5-inch nails. Secure the tops of the wall panels together using the wall joiners or metal cleats provided. Starting with one of the side walls, insert the top plates over their respective numbered wall panels. Seat top plates securely into place with a hammer. Make sure the sidewall top plates are flush with the ends of the sidewall panels. Secure all top plates into place using the screws provided. Install the short wall top plate, routing wires through the pre-drilled hole. Lastly, hammer the back wall top plate into place and secure with the screws provided. Adhere a strip of the black gasket material to the top plates of each of the wall panels. Carefully position the back ceiling panel into place inside of the raised outer wall panel boards. Secure the back ceiling panel into place permanently using the screws provided. This is the underside view of the raised deck platform. Attach the H-legs to the raised deck platform at the locations noted by the decals. Each H-leg comes equipped with height adjustable feet. Start screws into the underside of the heater end of the raised deck platform. Carefully place the raised deck platform into position. Using a carpenter's square, locate the center of the heater opening and center it between the heater mounting screw holes. Use the two 12-inch height spacer blocks provided to ensure that the raised deck platform is perfectly level. Attach the platform to the sidewall with screws provided. Remove the spacer blocks and adjust the H-leg feet to the proper height. The raised deck platform should be spaced evenly on both ends for an even reveal when the bench skirt is installed. Now would be a good time to locate the underbench LED lighting cable for attachment to the underbench lighting strip in the next step. Place the upper bench into position and raise the front in order to make the low voltage LED connection easier. Connect the low voltage power cable to the underbench LED light strip end. Lower and slide the top bench back into place. Remove the backrest mounting hardware. Temporarily invert the backrest with the LED strip on the bottom and facing outward. Connect the low voltage power cable to the LED lighting strip end. Use the two 6 1/4 inch height spacer blocks provided to position the backrest. Attach the backrest to the back wall using the screws provided. Carefully remove the spacer blocks. Remove the bench skirt mounting hardware. Position the bench skirt under the top bench. Attach the bench skirt to the top bench using the pre-drilled holes and screws provided. Using a 10 mm socket bit, screw the heater mounting screws into the pre-drilled holes on the half wall panel. Install the two longer screws above and the two shorter screws below, with all screw heads exposed about 1/8 inch. This is the electrician's access panel, where the incoming power is brought to the heater. Carefully lower the heater into place through the deck opening and hang on the 4 exposed screw heads. Using a manual 10 mm socket wrench, tighten all 4 screws. Place the remaining front corner panel into position using the base groove as a guide. Make flush the entire length of the corner pieces and screw into place using pre-drilled holes. Route the control panel cable through the hole in the remaining top plate. Note: at this point, prior to the completion of the room assembly, apply power to the heater and control panel to verify that the proper wiring connections have been made throughout the sauna assembly process. Attach the control panel to the lighting and control harnesses. Then, turn on the heater and lighting to test. Insert the smaller glass panel into the vertical and horizontal half-wall grooves completely. Carefully position the front ceiling panel into place. Route the lighting and control wiring harnesses through the opening in the front roof panel. Connect the control panel cable to the cable in the small front wall corner panel. Remove the slack in the cable by pulling up on it from above. Route the control cable through the opening in the front of the ceiling panel. Use the small inline connector provided to connect the control panel cable to the control cable in the ceiling. Use the larger inline connector to connect the lighting cables. Use the smaller inline connector to connect the control cables. Lower the front ceiling panel into place, being careful not to damage either the tongue or the groove section of the panels. Make sure the front ceiling corner seats securely into place. Use a spacer block when installing the front glass panel. Insert the larger glass panel into the half wall and floor grooves completely. The glass panels should meet at the corner. Remove the spacer block and carefully lower the ceiling panel onto the glass panes. Bring both panels to the corner on the top and bottom. Unscrew the front and back header bracket pieces. With a helper, position the glass header into place and reattach the bracket pieces. Install center attachment bracket joining both glass panels together. With the screw heads facing toward the sauna interior, mount the top door hinge as shown. Position rubber gaskets so they are not pinched or visible. Once both are in place, carefully open the door hinges. Remove the interior metal pieces of the hinges and position the gaskets as shown. Carefully bring the door to the hinges and gaskets. Place the interior gaskets on the glass and reattach the interior hinge piece. These are the door hinge tension adjustment screws. Check the glass spacing for any contact or binding. For final door hinge adjustment, use regular wood shims to bring the door up to the rubberized header strip. Use the door hardware to attach the interior and exterior wooden door handles as shown. Be sure to use black screw collars to prevent damage to the glass door. Feed the control cable through the opening in the double-sided adhesive mounting pad. Remove the control side adhesive covering and center it over the back of the control panel. Connect the control panel to the cable in the front corner wall panel. Wood must be clean and free of dust in order to adhere the control panel to it. Ceiling mount gimbal spotlight installation. Simply route the gimbal spotlight cable through the opening in the front of the ceiling and attach with screws. Using an inline connector, connect the two lighting cables that are now in the opening of the front ceiling panel. Match the numbered corner trim pieces to the corresponding numbered sauna frame corners. Position each corner trim piece into place and attach with 1.5-inch brad nails. Cut to length the two top side trim pieces first and attach with brad nails. Cut the front trim piece so that it covers the front ends of both side trim pieces. Cut to length the interior ceiling trim pieces, starting with the back wall and then the two side walls. Last but not least, push the door handle screw head buttons into place. A light hammer tap may be needed. Additional things to consider. The new Vita designer sauna requires 2 or more people to install. Some of the sauna's components may vary slightly from those depicted here. A licensed electrician should perform all necessary electrical wiring. 3-inch screws are for walls and benches. 2-inch screws are for the backrest and front bench skirt. The sauna may be placed on a solid surface, such as concrete, tile, linoleum, or any surface that does not absorb water. Do not install the sauna on carpet. Additional shimming may be required to ensure that the door installs plumb and square. For additional information, contact your local dealer or Tilo Hilo Inc. directly at 1-800-346-6536 or visit us on the web at Finnleo.com or hilosaunas.com.